Good afternoon, Whalers Nation, and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We are coming to you live from Vito Capizzo Stadium for today's MIAA Division IV Round of 8. It's the Elite 8 Boys Lacrosse game as your reigning Division IV champions, state champion Nantucket Whalers host the Ipswich Tigers for a berth in the state Final Four. Thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV. I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler Sports, alongside a great crew today. We got Sean Davis, your eyes on the field. Of course, Colby Lucas and Sir Hammy Hurd, our lacrosse royalty, will be joining me up in the booth here shortly. And Charles in charge. He made it all the way back from Cohasset to come make sure we look as cool as we can here on the TV screen. Once again, thanks for joining us here as, man, it is a beautiful day. A little bit of rain yesterday. Got to feel nice and soft. Hopefully it'll be nice and bouncy for our game here this afternoon. The Whalers are the number 4 seed, and they continue their journey to a second consecutive state title here today. They defeated Lenox in the first round in dominant fashion. The 17-2 win saw 7 different scores. And in the round of 16, Nantucket faced off against those Sandwich Blue Knights in a rematch of the Division IV state title game. Nantucket prevailed 11-7, and despite a second-half rally by the Blue Knights, Nantucket put up 10 goals in that first half and cruised to an 11-7 victory, their second consecutive playoff win against those Blue Knights, setting up this Elite 8 matchup against the number 5 seeded Ipswich Tigers. The Tigers defeated South Hadley in the first round in convincing fashion 14-2, wrapped that up and followed that up with a win over the Nimpuc Warriors by a score of 13-8. That sets up our game here today, which should be an epic battle right here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. And before we get to our game preview, I too want to take a moment here and thank our founding underwriter for the sports on the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the children of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts with their support of our live broadcast. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Nantucket Whalers Athletics.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Well, welcome back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we continue our pregame show here before the MIAA Division IV Elite 8 game between your Nantucket Whalers and the Ipswich Tigers. And before we start talking about our game today, I do want to take a moment here and talk about the incredible season that the girls had. It unfortunately came to an end on Friday against a very, very good Cohasset team. And first and foremost, I do want to thank the crew that went over. Frank Schott rallied the troops, got Hammy Hurd, Andrew Dame, one of our former students here, and of course Charles Douglas was doing 9 different things, but he made it over there for the first half as well before he went off to do his graduation work. Again, it's just so incredible to bring the game live to Whalers Nation, but also to the Cohasset fans. They were very thankful that they were able to see the game live here. Folks were obviously still at work and stuff, and certainly brings an end to an era of lacrosse here at Nantucket as head coach Jamie Lower will hang up the clipboard here after nearly 15 years of dedication to the lacrosse world here on Nantucket, beginning with youth, moving into JV and varsity for the last 6 years. Her teams made Whalers history. Final Four appearance in 2022, 4 consecutive Elite 8 appearances, multiple league banners, including a co-championship this year, an undefeated regular season last year, the only undefeated team in any division to make the playoffs, and on and on. This year's team was certainly the icing on the cake for her illustrious career. After graduating an incredibly talented group in 2024, they got to work, and her team leaned on the group of 9 seniors that came up and certainly continued that winning culture they developed along the way, and Whalers Nation has just been accustomed to, but we have certainly seen an incredible era of lacrosse, and an ode to her, a tip of the cap. Certainly they improved throughout the season, peaked right at the exact best time after defeating Cape Cod Academy off island. That win propelled them to a co-championship of the Atlantic Division, earned them a number 8 seed, and then a couple of wins, of course, here at Vito Capizzo Stadium, including that epic overtime win in the Sweet 16 game versus their postseason nemesis, the Manchester Essex team. It was a fitting final chapter for one of the great coaches to ever put on Whaler Blue. A huge congratulations to the entire girls lacrosse program. Best of luck to Coach Jamie Lower, and of course, best of luck to our graduating seniors. There's 9 of them, and it was a phenomenal class. And again, congratulations to the entire Whalers girls lacrosse program. Also want to say good luck to the girls tennis team. They are off island, traveled up to Linfield. We'll get some final tallies on them. They're facing the number 1 team, so we'll have to see. Hopefully they can prevail and move along. They've already made history, so congratulations to them. We're going to take another quick break here. Come right back. I'll have the game preview with the boys here. I got Hammy Hurd and Colby Lucas joining me here in the booth in just a moment here on the NSC and NCTV. First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for 3. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler. 1, 2, 3, Whalers!
Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler! Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity, a legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for Wash Ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler pride by volunteering for the Booster Club. To learn more, please email the address on the screen.
want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we get you all set up for the Elite Eight game between your Nantucket Whalers and the visiting Ipswich Tigers. Joined here by some royalty here, Sir Hammy Hurd on my right, and Colby Lucas, our future ESPN announcer, coming up here, of course, at Nantucket High School student. The Whalers under head coach Sam Aloisi are on one of those rolls, baby. They had it last year, and it culminated in a state title. They played and won the last game of the year, and this squad is zoned in and playing elite-level lacrosse at any division. They are led by a defensive unit that is not only aggressive, athletic, they play with a chip on their shoulder, they get after it, they ride that fine line of aggressive physicality and, maybe a penalty here or there, but the Whalers also turn that defense into offense. If you blink, the Whalers will get it down the field very quickly with Canton Jenkinson and Soren Edwards, long pole specialists, man. They are wizards with that long stick and get after it from all angles. And, of course, they're going to try and get it quickly to Aaron Hanlon, who is a bona fide scorer. He comes at you from all angles. He leads Nantucket in scoring with 70 points, 53 goals. He has super quick moves in isolation situations, incredible stick skills, and a mini bazooka for an arm. He will come at you from any angle and also facilitates the offense quite well, as the Whalers have scorers up and down the roster. So keying on Hanlon, certainly not the answer, and it's going to take a yeoman's effort for the Tigers defense and the back end to keep this one close. Possession's always a priority in this game, and Nantucket has a beast on the X. They will rely on senior co-captain David Cirillo to work his magic as he has done all season long. But the real difference maker for Nantucket is in net. Jeremy Jenkinson is a legit elite goalie. He and the defensive unit have allowed a D4 low in goals for the second straight year heading into the Elite Eight, just 100 through 18 games, and he has been dialed in for the past month and a half. Allowed just 28 goals in the last 7 games. 2 of those are playoff games. Absolutely on a roll. He had a handful of memorable plays in the Whalers' win over Sandwich. Series of 4 saves in about 10 seconds, 3 saved possessions on just hustle alone, and the physical check of a Sandwich player that, well, he just made a sandwich out of it. He did get a penalty for it, but it was still an amazing play. Saved a goal. Obviously, they did let in one. Suge let in one, but 14 saves in that game against Sandwich, and he will be leaned on certainly if the Whalers will face a potent offensive unit in the Ipswich Tigers. Hammy, give us a couple of keys for the Whalers, and Colby will come to you next. What do they got to do to move along here? Make us take our show on the road.
As the first week in June turns the second week in June, the competition's only going to get better, so they can't make any mistakes today. Protect that ball, back up your shots, all the things you did in the last game, keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. It's whichever team is going to make less mistakes is going to win this game.
Absolutely. Colby, your thoughts, obviously, it's it almost seems, and again, I got to see some huddle stuff. And I don't want to say that Sandwich was a tougher team, but a tougher style of play. We'll see if this Ipswich Tiger team can match the physicality. What's going to be your key point to a Whalers win today?
Yeah, I totally agree with Hammy. I think we did so many things right in that Sandwich game, and I think we need to ride off that momentum. I think we need to keep winning the possession battle. I think we need to keep riding that fine line of physicality and smart play. And I think we need to keep making adjustments, playing tough, and I think if we do that, then we'll see a Final Four appearance once again for the boys.
Coach Aloisi did a phenomenal job in that Sweet 16 game of managing his players. They were getting after it. He was telling them to be quiet, let me do my thing. Saved a couple of possessions with some timeout calls. Did a great job of subbing in occasionally here and there. I mean, obviously he's got the core group, but it's all set up, gentlemen. We got it going here. I'm going to actually turn it over to you guys and head on down to do the lineups, a little national anthem. And we're going to have the opening face-off here in a couple minutes, gentlemen. Elite Eight game, Nantucket Whalers taking on the Ipswich Tigers, coming up here next on the NSC and NCTV.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Good afternoon and welcome to Vito Capizzo Stadium, where your 4th-seeded Nantucket High School Whalers take on the 5th-seeded Tigers from Ipswich High School in the MIAA Division IV Round of 8 game. Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked extremely hard to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. If you do require assistance, please call upon a school official. And now for the starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Tigers from Ipswich High School. Number 1, Finn Wright. Number 2, co-captain Louis Harrington. Number 3, Vin Winter. Number 7, Christian Giannakis. Number 8, Tanner Manning. Number 10, Ollie York. Number 11, Luke Weil. Number 23, another co-captain, Spencer McDavitt. Number 33, Will Gromko. And in net, number 77, Connor Wright. Head coach, Glenn Foster. And now, the reigning Division IV state champion Nantucket Whalers starting lineup. Attacker, number 9, Miles Bodette. Attacker, number 28, Andrick Mooney. Attacker number 33, Jake Grant. Playing midfield, number 4, one of the co-captains, Aaron Hanlon. Playing midfield, number 16, Kaiden Whitfield. Another co-captain, number 17, David Cirillo. Playing defense, number 2, Canton Jenkinson. On defense, number 32, Ben Yates. On defense, number 45, Nick Yates. And in net, number 13, Jeremy Jenkinson. Head coach, Sam Aloisi. Today's game officials, Bob McGuire, Chris Reed, and Jacob Shaughnessy. Our great nation has persevered through the leadership and sacrifices of men and women who have served or are currently serving in our armed forces. We invite both veterans and current military personnel to please stand. We thank you very much for your service to our country. And now, if we could all please stand and remove our hats for the playing of our national anthem. Yeah, man.
When you add resilient gardens to your outdoor spaces, you contribute to the long-term well-being of the island. Introduce yourself to the Nantucket Footprints virtual garden tours and find inspiration to cultivate biodiversity. The first tour of a native meadow, curated by the Nantucket Conservation Foundation, is now available for free at nantucketfootprints.org.
Want to welcome you back to live action here. Well, almost live action here. We're just about ready for the opening face-off here. And your Whalers looking to move to the Final Four for the second year in a row. They are obviously trying to repeat as state champions. That certainly has never been done before, as the Whalers won the first state title in boys lacrosse, or either lacrosse actually, in school history last year. And man, they have had, again, just another one of those great runs, both on the girls' side and the boys' side. Much like who's awaiting us in the team of Cohasset Skippers.
So
whoever wins is going to go visit the number one team in Division 4, as they are on the girls' side as well. So here we go. Elite Eight. It doesn't get any better than this. Here we go. Opening face-off is upon us.
This field is showing its age at this moment.
It's pretty beat up.
It is a little dirty.
Cirillo digs in.
Gets it, fights for it, gets the 50-50 ball.
Good kick. Cirillo grabs it. He shoots. Save made. Nice job by Connor Wright.
David.
But the Whalers
way to get it going.
Hang on to the possession. Nice catch by Cotton Whitfield there. As Nantucket can get it set up here. So we'll see if the field conditions are of any concern for either team. I mean, Ipswich obviously plays on the turf, so this is going to be an adjustment. I did hear that they practice on grass the last 3 days just to get some feel for how it will react.
Big difference.
This field is unique.
Huge.
Let's say that.
Honestly, it's an advantage.
Yeah. Has to be. I mean, it has to be. Not that you can necessarily predict where it's going to bounce, but you know how it's going to bounce at least. And we had a little bit of rain yesterday as the Whalers work it around here in the first possession. Opening moments of play here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Thanks very much for joining us, wherever you're joining us from.
All those German lacrosse fans. Big
Ball
shout
down.
out.
Kicked ahead.
What do we got? Pushing behind, it'll be their ball. Ipswich is awarded the ball.
Turnover on the Whalers on their first possession. A good conglomerate of those Tigers fans have made it.
Let's see how well they
across the pond. Here's Ollie York, the senior. Tough
Love
pass,
that rush.
goes all the way through, but handled. Again, number one for the Tigers is their leading scorer of the Cape Ann League, a very talented group. Play in that league, Finn Wright. He's got it right now. His brother Connor is the goalie, so here's a pass inside, interior
ball
passing
movement.
off the
They have
stick,
an
however.
opportunity there.
Again, good physicality shown by.
Nice harassment. Great, that's a ward.
Right?
And they're letting him play these brushes.
Gives it up. He is definitely their leading scorer, and he will get after it. He'll fire it from anywhere. Hanlon out there defending him. As Ipswich shows some patience here on offense. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first. No score. Here's a run in.
Nice back check.
Denied. That's Luke Lyle. Ball down.
There you go.
And here's
there you go.
Ken
Let's see him.
Jenkinson. Lots of room to run, and he will take it.
Wheels. Roll back.
Spins back.
Nice.
Ken just has an uncanny instinct
Go,
of when
go,
to get rid of
go,
it.
push it. Oh, they had a
Split second of that.
6-on-4 there.
Yeah. Here's Mooney, who will gain The zone once again. Rolls back.
Double. Nice recovery from the double.
Here's Bodette. Johnson. Over to Miller. Again, the Whalers work it around here. There's a run in. Mooney cut off. Good cut. Miller's open in the middle. Ooh, just missed him. As the Whalers swing around again, down to 8 minutes, 30 seconds. Here's a charge in, physical play. Ball down.
That's a lot of traffic in there.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa, loose. Loose in front. Shot, scores!
Nice opportunity.
Miles Bodette, stick-to-itiveness. And an errant play by Connor Wright leads to the Whalers' first goal of the game. They take the lead with 8:13 to go in the first.
Not afraid to do the house chores and break out the vacuum.
You can look at it, kind of bounced right in front of Wright there. And he was unable to scoop it cleanly. Kicked ahead by Bodette. He grabs it and flicks it in just over the head of Connor Wright for the first goal of the game.
That's that. Going back to the mistakes.
Yep.
Nantucket capitalized on the mistake.
It is 100% a mistake on the goalie there. And again, the field playing, it's...
Well, that's it's all
this thing, oh, nice play.
Great. Look at this. Watch your back, watch your back, watch your back.
Cirillo, oh, tough pass. Tipped
Stay
off
with it.
the head. And that's off Hanley. That's off. Cirillo will put it in. Easy call along the sidelines with 8:02 to go. Whalers with another possession, up 1-0 here in the first quarter of the Elite 8 game, the MIAA round of 4. MIAA Division 4, I should say. Whalers getting the play called from assistant coach Corey Gamble. Here's Miller with a run. Good pass inside. Moskov unable to get to it. He got hammered.
That's a push with possession.
Ipswich going to try and clear here.
They're letting him play these brushes.
Good double team. Good quick pass by Vile.
Great ball movement.
The Tigers with a man advantage. Shot scores.
Great job. And there you go.
A minute later, the Ipswich Tigers score their first goal. Looks like it was that guy, Finn Wright, sitting on the doorstep. Vin Winter, the junior attacker, sitting on the doorstep right in front of Jeremy Jenkinson, will be credited with the goal to tie it up at 1 with 7:16 to go here. Whalers just can't turn it over like that and give them man. You know, they were up 6-on-4 right there.
This is going to be a game of who makes less mistakes,
Yep.
and we got one mistake each.
Soren Edwards is going to be scooped up by
Watch your
Cirillo.
back. Go lefty.
Runs through a couple.
Wow, great job protecting
And
that ball.
Cirillo able to get it into the zone. He'll back it out, look for some friends. And Jake Johnson now takes over as the Whalers can get it set up with Noah Stringer finishing off the offensive unit.
They got a shorty on Aaron. Oh no, they got a long ball on him.
Bodette, who just scored the opening goal of the game. And the Whalers had a defensive breakdown, and the Tigers took advantage, scoring right in front of Jenkinson Vin Winter. Able to net it to tie it up at 1 here. Clock approaches 6 minutes to play.
There's no rush to do anything today. Get in your groove.
Johnson, a little, hey, how you doing?
Yes!
Noah
Great
Stringer!
bounce shot. Perfect placement on that bounce shot. Oh, that is great to see. No whip on that stick. That was perfect.
Have a look-see. Noah Stringer from way downtown uses that dirt in front, and he hammers it home over the head of Connor Wright.
That's perfect placement.
2-1 Whalers, just under 6 minutes, 5:59 to play.
And that's knowing where to put that ball on that bounce is just so critical and getting it to that point. is so great to see.
So here we go. Cirillo in on the X once again. Whitfield there. Battling. Still battling. Ipswich scoops.
50-50 ball.
Good pass. Louis Harrington able to get to it.
Gonna
and
slow
get
it
the
up.
possession for the Tigers. Finn Wright hangs on, waits for a couple of his friends, gets it over to Gavin Pulsifer. Number 21 jogging into the offensive end.
That's a Ward.
That was number 9, Massimo Pinsky. Nice name, fun name there. Here's Wright.
Oh, gets on top.
Save! Flag down.
What we got here? On who? Technical? We got a push on White?
The shot hit the post, and Yates was able to save the goal, but 30-second technical called on Cirillo, or on Yates. So the Whalers will be down a man here for 30 seconds at 5:13 left here in the first. Ipswich up 2-1, or down 2-1, I should say. Here's Wright. Got to keep an eye on number 1.
Watch your corner out behind.
Manning at 25. There he is. Good pass off the stick.
Lucky.
Oh, nice catch. Shot goes wide. Ooh.
They get it.
Good hustle. No balls back there, however.
Great backup on Ipswich's part. The second man and the line catching that miss pass. Great heads-up play by Ipswich.
So still 13 seconds left on their man advantage. Whalers survive one shot on goal. Quickly put it in. Here's Finn Wright with space. Goes off his stick, but he gathers. And good stick handling by number 1. Junior coming in. Pass, shot, score.
Guess what?
Wow. Nice
Tough
angle.
man down,
Trevor
totally.
Manning.
2-2.
We know this team can score. It's going to be one of those things where the defense is going to have to come up with plays. Again, Finn Wright will be credited with the assist. He gets doubled, and the low shot somehow finds a hole through Jeremy Jenkinson, as you can see on the
Great
replay.
placement. Great placement.
So we're tied at 2 at 4:43 here in the first quarter. Again, a good conglomerate of Tiger fans have made the trek 2.5 some odd hours. Oh, nice play by Cirillo. Whitfield over the head. Gets it to Mooney. Got to get it in the zone, though, gentlemen. Got to get it in the zone. And there's a chance. Whitfield, or Cirillo behind the net. Stringer rips it. Ooh, nearly found it.
Oh.
Nice play by the defender to kick it right back to Connor Wright.
Great heads-up play. And that's another aspect of this game, too, that those heads-up plays are definitely going to be an aspect of who is going to come on top today.
Good play by number 33, Will Gromko, senior defender. Gets it into the zone, and Ipswich can now look for their first lead of the afternoon. We're tied at 2 as the clock is under 4 minutes to play here in the first. Gives it up to Massimo Pinsky, number 9 here. One of the seniors on Coach Glenn Foster's squad. 5 seniors all day on the Tigers team. And very good passing, especially on the interior. They're able to handle some close positions. Pinsky tries to make a move, loses his footing momentarily. Good switch, pass inside off the stick. Whalers gather at Soren Edwards. I mean, that's got to be
That's a hold.
Flag down, and Finn Wright a little extracurricular here as we get a look at it.
Yeah, there we go. They called another penalty. That is unsportsmanlike conduct.
So let's see what those stripes come up with here. As Soren Edwards was down on the ground defenseless, and Finn Wright tried to get after him a little bit. So that's That's all they
Picking
call.
up the flag.
All right. We'll take it. So 30 seconds on the technical.
I guess there's a crew chief, and he said, no, that's not enough. It's not quite to the level of he's 15 yards, he's giving them the business.
Yeah, no business, but nonetheless.
It's just business with a small b.
Tigers will be without their star scorer, Finn Wright, for the next little bit here. Shot.
Yes!
Oh, just like that,
what a
baby!
rip by Jake! Oh my God!
Jake Grant winds up and finds the net.
Wow. That is great to see. Look
8
at that.
seconds
Just
into the penalty.
Boom. Here we go. Oh my God. That's one of the greatest shots I've ever seen Jake shoot. That was beautiful.
Right underneath the armpit, it looked like.
Oh my God, a cannon. And just the authority, just
no hesitation. He
I'm
knew
getting
he was
that
gonna...
ball, and this ball is hitting that net. That was the attitude that shot was made
So the
with.
Whalers waste no time with the penalty to take back the lead at 3-2.
Great.
Giannakis able to kick it far enough away from the Whalers to gain the possession here, and white ball on the substitution mistake. Glenn Foster doesn't know what happened here, but 3 referees, somebody caught something, and Jake Johnson will put it in for the Whalers here with 2:50 to go in the first, a chance to extend the lead.
They could have left outside the box.
Yep. Jenkinson with the long pole gains the zone. He runs in. Momentarily off the stick. Bodette now has an advantage behind the net. Mooney over to Hanlon. So 3 different scores for the Whalers, 2 different scores for the Tigers.
Got Nolan Moskrop on the field too. So great having that lefty stick.
Absolutely. And has that championship pedigree, as do a few of these Whalers here. Moskrop over to Hanlon. Awaiting his turn. It will come. Miller gets the switch off. And it'll be a little 2-man game here with Hanlon. Miller makes a move, got space, loses it.
He's got to take that lefty shot. He's got to trust
Whalers
himself.
able to get to it. Here's Hanlon off the rope. Makes a move. Oh, unable to pull the string again. Jumped in front. Hanlon tries to bat it towards the net. He gets it back. Shot whizzes by the corner.
Our ball. That's
a little frantic in front of the net, and the Whalers able to control, and they will put it back in here with 1:36 left here in the first. They're up 3-2. Here's Bodette. He's got one of the goals for the Whalers. Miller swings it. They'll get it back. Jake Johnson surveys, spins away, able to hang on. Here's Bodette. Pass in front. Oh, great save. And then a push, so it'll be, nope, in the crease apparently was Moskrop, so it'll be Ipswich Tiger. Connor Wright comes up big for the Tigers.
Great save. Jump him. Come on, jump this guy. Don't give this guy a...
Under a minute to play here in the first. Whalers up 3-2. Let's see if the Tigers can respond here in the waning moments of the first quarter.
Great feed.
Shot goes just wide.
Lucky there.
Nicked the post.
Nantucket was very lucky
there.
there.
Finn Wright, the leading scorer of the Cape Anne's League, had nearly a wide open net and just missed. So down to 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Whalers have played themselves to a 3-2 lead. Here's Wright. He's going to the left. Good pass, shot, whizzes wide. Clock stops with 25 seconds.
That was a rocket.
Timeout going to be called, I believe, or nope, just a sub here. They might just hold it for possession, right?
No, you have to be man up or man down.
Oh, I see.
So
final 10 seconds
They're
here.
not going to get something off here.
5, 4. Oh, that's a hold.
That's a hold.
Clock will stop with
here?
0.8.
No,
no knee. I mean, it's just a...
What do we got going on?
We'll take a look at it as Canton Jenkinson got his stick inside there over the top.
We got a hold. So they definitely are going to have possession now.
Jeremy comes in, gives him a little, hey, how you doing? So we'll get the explanation here from the Stripes. So the foul actually called on Paxton Fitch, who was in on that defensive unit. So the Whalers will begin the second quarter, and they will hang on to it here, right, now that they're a man up. Right, Hammy?
I'm sorry, I was just.
They'll hang on to it here. Because
yeah, exactly. They're going to hold on for 2
instead of
seconds.
a face-off,
They'll get it inside the box and start over again, definitely.
Sounds good. That'll do it for the first quarter of play. A very good, competitive first quarter. As we'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV and come back with the second quarter of play. Your Whalers have scored 3 goals. Ipswich has scored 2, but they'll start the second quarter on the power play. We'll be back here at Vito Capizzo Stadium for the Division 4 Elite 8 game. Second quarter coming right up.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. Second quarter of play coming up. The Whalers have scored 3 goals, single tallies by Noah Stringer, Miles Bodette, and an absolute rocket from Jake Grant. Ipswich has scored a couple, Vin Winter and Trevor Manning single tallies. And the Tigers will begin the second quarter with a man-up advantage. And they'll be looking to score here on the left side of your screen against the Whalers penalty killing unit. Paxton Fitch guilty of a technical foul as Finn Wright was in position to net a goal, but he was denied.
Now Ipswich has demonstrated that they can move this ball around very well. And with his talent.
Yeah, they find holes, that's for sure. Yeah, and he's got 93 points to lead the Cape Ann League. He's added some more here in the playoffs. And he is a bona fide lethal weapon here. He's got it right here, swings it quickly. Back to him, he's going to shoot. Goes wide, Jenkinson was there. Still 12 seconds left as the whistle sounds. Here he is again. Little two-man game, shot, bounces well over the
whip
mark, and look out, whoa, that hit the top rail. Little kid right there, my goodness. Penalty is expired. Ipswich will keep the possession here. Down 3-2, opening moments of quarter number 2 in the MIAA Division 4 Elite 8 game.
Nice coverage.
That's Winter behind the net. They leave him alone. Yates with the shuffle of the feet. Here's a move inside. Good play by Kyden Whitfield to again ride that line of physicality and aggressiveness, but Ipswich Tiger player down. That's Trevor Manning. So we hate to see this. We'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV. Come right back and Hope all is well with number 25, Trevor Manning. Whalers up 3-2 with 10:57 to go in the second.
Girls are strong. Girls can throw. Girls can play football if they have a determined mindset. Girls don't have to just look pretty, they can pack a punch, believe me. My name is Ashley Klatt. I'm on the Nantucket Whalers football team, and here's my story. Girlhood to me was very different than a lot of people's girlhood. I grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys every Sunday with my dad, my sister, and my entire family, and I just loved watching the game, all aspects of it, and I just wanted to get that hands-on experience. Since I was little, I've been bullied a lot. I'm still bullied. I was bullied for my weight, my attitude. It just didn't make me feel great, and it made me very upset at points, but I have a sense of determination that I just walk through it.
I want to welcome you back to live action here at Vito Capizzo Stadium as the Tigers will put it in. Number 25, Trevor Manning, walked off on his own power. Looked like he's going to get looked at here, and he was holding his neck area, so we always want to be wary of that, but he walked off on his own power, so that's always a positive, and we hope he gets back in the game here. No penalty assessed on the Whalers, so a bit lucky there, honestly. But Ipswich does have the ball here.
Oh, they got his man hung up.
Survey. Finn Wright gets it back out. They swing it. One move. That's Zane Norton, number 5. He'll give it up as the Tigers reset. Harrington gets it over. Here's Finn Wright.
Nice ball movement.
Oh!
Great.
What a save! Guess there was a fan with some sort of horn that sounded, which sounds just enough like the horn that ends the period, so a distraction nonetheless. Cirillo on the sprint. Finds the sideline, and he'll gain the zone by himself. Ball down,
Nice
however,
defense.
and he gets pushed from behind, and that will be a call.
Loose ball push.
9:46 to go here in the second. Whalers up 3-2, and they will have possession. I see Cotton Whitfield actually working on his shoulder down here as well. So
I'm sure he's laid a big
Had to
stick,
be
and
from that hit.
those lacrosse shoulder pads are not terribly thick.
Quote unquote pads, yeah. Or like shoulder
Foam.
shoulder
foams.
shoulder material. Whalers with their first possession here in the second quarter, 9:30 and counting. Miller makes a move. Here's an opportunity. Speed by Moskrop. Shot goes wide and
In the crease.
It'll be Tigers ball. Good try by Nolan Moskrop there as he
Tried to
is
dance
a master
around.
of that spin move to the left. Ipswich trying to clear here. Bodette pressuring. And unable to get it out. Hanlon
Hustle up. They were lucky there.
retreats. As the Tigers finish off their offensive unit here, they're down 3-2 as the clock approaches 9 minutes to play in the first half. You are watching the NSC and NCTV's presentation of MIAA Boys Division 4 Playoff Lacrosse. We are in the Elite 8 game here. Here's a shot. Deflected wide. Jenkinson out of net.
And that's a loose ball push.
little too aggressive. He was unable to get away with that, but it does fire up the bench and fires up the defensive unit when the goalie comes out and gets involved. But he's got to be careful not to do something too aggressive. As he works his magic, here's Finn Wright with a spin move right in front.
Great ball move. Oh, great stick check, great back
Yates
check.
Gets hammered, kicked forward, unable to be scooped, still loose. Still loose. Bouchard in there, finally scooped by Jenkinson.
Get it forward, get it forward.
And that will be a whistle and a timeout called by Coach Aloisi. One of those moves saves the possession.
He is
and the Whalers will have it at
8-11.
8-11. He's on top of it, he really is. We'll keep it here as the Whalers will
Big time.
keep the possession. Hammy, what's impressed you so far here in this first half? Whalers with a 3-2 lead. It's been back and forth, but
it's just fun competition. That's the bottom line of this game right now. It's just exciting, and both
it's
teams.
A 4-5 seed.
Flip a coin, exactly.
Yeah.
This is an evenly matched game. The one that's going to make less mistakes is going to win, and capitalize on those mistakes is going to win this game.
Absolutely, Colby. What's impressed you so far?
Well, I love both the offensive aggressiveness and the defensive aggressiveness. Certainly not coming out timid.
Yeah.
Playing like
They
like
want it.
Playing like champions, playing like they're
I mean,
Division IV reigning champions, absolutely.
And it's fun to watch. So.
And again, it is going to take 48 minutes, full 48 for this, and this Whalers teams know they're accustomed to going 48, and they will keep grinding it and grinding it and grinding it. We'll see if the Tigers can hang in there.
This game is getting a little chippy.
Oh,
Just do not go into the box.
Yeah, we'll
do
have
not
to
want
see.
to give
Again,
Ipswich the opportunity to play man up.
I don't see Trevor Manning on the sidelines there, so he's gotten up and at least in the huddle. So we'll see if hopefully he is okay and
heading
back into the game. So with 8:11 to go, the Whalers will put it in play here and have another possession. As Manning is suited back up here for the Tigers. He's not in the game, but he is ready to come in at a moment's notice, so that's great to see. It'll be Hanlon to put it in. He will make a move to the middle of the field, sprint beyond the defender. He's got an advantage now. Hanlon shoots!
Great
save made. Tigers are there, but Hanlon recovers, unable to scoop it cleanly. And a flag down as that was a push without possession.
Cross check or a push?
Might be a cross check. Technical,
No.
so a penalty once again assessed to the Whalers. Looks like Tyler Miller shaking his head here. He'll take a seat. So 30 seconds on the clock. It'll be another power play opportunity for Ipswich as they'll put it in on their side of things. 7:53 to go here
they get a free clear.
The first half. They do get a free clear from midfield. Good call. That's Harrington, gets it back to Wright, who will set it up on the other side. Loose ball, and that will not go out of bounds, however. Scooped up by Cam Jenkinson on the run.
Go, baby. Watch your back.
Gains the zone, and he will hang on to it as the final seconds of the penalty will expire.
You got a man, you got a man, you got a man.
And he loses it. So a turnover here as the Tigers can now advance. Good pass inside, shot,
Great
scores.
look. Great look.
And that is Harrington, recovers and scores his second of the game, diving down. What an athletic move as there was a little give and go here. A beautiful feed from number 3, Vin Winter. And he was able to get it by Jeremy Jenkinson before he took a dump. 3-3 tie, 7:10 to play here in the second quarter. You got to love him trying to run the penalty out, but needed to find a friend here as Cirillo.
Somebody needed. He
flips it out, and the Whalers
who do we got here?
Not get possession here, so the Tigers take over. Here it'll be Vin Winter to once again put it in. I mean, this team can score. You cannot give them advantages. Whalers still have yet to find Hanlon some space. He's only gotten one shot off. So the Tigers have done a good job here in the first half of at least denying him any space. Finn Wright, however, has been able to move around. He's been involved in a couple of plays, hasn't scored a goal yet. Here he is. He's able to keep it
hands-free.
Physically a spot. Denied in front. The loose balls, however, have been so another infraction on the Whalers, and the Tigers will get the ball.
Push for possession.
It'll be number 8, Tanner Manning, again, another brother pair. And it looks like twins as well. Timeout called by the Tigers as they will have the possession. And are now tied at 3 here with 6:20 to go in the second quarter. Obviously want to extend a congratulations to the girls lacrosse team. Tennis team, we found out, also did go down 5-0 again. They were playing a very good Linfield team, the number 1 seed off island. What impressed you the most about our run this year with the girls team? I mean, obviously a great group of seniors, very easy to root for, but when you graduated as many talented kids as they did last year, I mean, we just obviously had to be a little surprised for them making it to the Elite 8, but again, it's just a testament to Coach Lower and her job.
And the girls, too. They
are
there for each other so much that was the story of the team, the balance. It was all about balance, and you couldn't, there were leaders on the team, but there was no standing
superstar,
standing out. Everybody did their role, and that's true leadership when it all comes down to it. And that's Coach Lower sent me a little quote about what leadership was, and that basically was the sense of it. She's like, if this doesn't describe this team, what does? And it was just, it's everybody knowing their role, doing the right thing to do the best they possibly can be for their teammate. And they were all there for each other. And whether or not that last game happened or it doesn't, that team was ridiculously successful this year.
Absolutely. Another 4th straight trip to the Elite 8. Colby, what impressed you most as we get back to live action here in a moment?
Again, just the unity they had and the resilience they showed. I mean, they went down a couple times in that game, got right back up. Manchester Essex, a team they've lost to a couple times, but they came out with confidence and they got the win. So great season for them.
Absolutely. I know obviously it ended with the loss to Cohasset yesterday, finished up their season. But again, a testament to Coach Lower as we get back to live action here. 6:20 to go here. Tied at 3. It'll be Ipswich to put it in, and still full strength despite the push. So we'll see if Coach Foster and all of his 351 wins now comes up with a play here for the Tigers to take their first lead of the afternoon. Good recovery by Canton Jenkinson. Powers in. Shot goes wide.
Great.
The Tigers are back there. Clock shows 6:04 and starts counting. Evan Pulsifer, number 21, swings it. Tough pass by Winter, and that will be a turnover. Mental mistake there by
here. This is critical right now.
Number 11, Luke Weil.
Take a nice long possession here. Okay, come on. Come on. Somebody get open. That's it. That's it.
Nice job by Canton Jenkinson. Jenkinson to Jenkinson here. And Canton will gain the zone with the long pole and find a friend. David Cirillo. Oh, nice catch.
Nice snag by Jake Johnson.
Somebody in the crowd yelled, Jake, and he turned around. And
wow.
The stick was there. Noah Stringer finishes it off, and he'll make a move.
Great defensive play. Great defensive play by Ipswich.
Louis Harrington on the run of the Tigers. Whalers got to get back here. Tough pass. They do.
Go. Make up for it, Noah. Play smart. Play smart. Yes.
Gilman's one here.
That's a smart play.
And Hanlon is there. He'll scoop.
We got a 2-on-1 here.
Unable to do it cleanly.
And he's
out of bounds. Back to the Whalers. 4:45 to go. We're tied at 3 here in the Elite 8 game between the Whalers.
This is exciting.
And the Tigers. Here's Hanlon. Makes a move around one. Makes a move around another. Pass behind the net, unable to be handled cleanly. Whalers have had a couple of sloppy plays here on the offensive side of things. They got to clean that up.
Run the space, take a moment. Run the space.
Or Moskrop recovers, I should say.
Slow this down.
Tyler, get through. Good time.
Jeez Louise.
Get through, Tyler. Good time. Good time.
Miller.
Johnson. Come on, Jake.
Loses it. Gets it back. He's doubled. And they swing it.
Hey, Army on 3. 1, 2, 3. Army! Tyler!
Behind the net.
Nolan assessing the situation. He's got
inside the crease. Got to get outside that crease.
He's got his man hung up, though. He's got some free space to roam.
Hanlon hiding him behind as well. Waiting. Here's Miller. Quick swing.
There you
Grant.
go. Jake's got his hands free.
Swings it. Good defense by the Tigers. Here's a low shot.
Yes!
Scores!
Jake Johnson, lefty rockets.
The senior number 12, have a look with the left-hander. Grant moved it. Johnson catches it on the move and rips it 5-hole past Connor Wright. Whalers once again lead 4-3 with 3:14 to play here in the second. Come join us over at 2A Evergreen next Saturday. We'll be hanging out celebrating Jake Johnson.
Here we go. Come on, get this. We got 3 minutes left.
After they win the title, of course.
Let's just get to the end of this quarter with another goal. Come on,
Cirillo
go. Hands free, come on.
Hands free, shot, save made.
Here we go, rebound.
Hanlon, unable to get it cleanly. But retains possession. Mooney. Swings it to Jake Grant. The other Jake Johnson, right behind him now.
Jake Johnson is playing with such great poise. Watching his, Jake Johnson too, but Jake Grant also, how he's handling
Grant
the
makes
ball.
a move, swings in, shot.
Good look though, little tight.
Saved
but
by
still,
Connor
just
Wright.
that confidence of him to take that question mark dodge. That's awesome.
He'll sprint in
a little
now.
more space. Great stick handling there. Retain possession of that
and
ball.
A throw out of bounds.
Until the defense.
Ali York with a mental mistake for the Tigers, and the Whalers get it back with 2:24 to play. Canton Jenkinson avoids one across midfield and will gain the zone.
2 men back.
Noah Stringer comes in as Jake Johnson surveys over to Moskrop. Been able to use him sparingly, holding on to that shoulder by a thread. And he was such a key cog last year. Scored 2 goals in the fourth quarter. Here's a
great feed.
Bodette unable to pull the trigger. Here's Johnson. He makes a move. And they're spreading out that defense now a little bit further out. Able to make some individual isolation moves. Now let's see if we can get Hanlon free. Moskrop inside. Johnson misses it.
We're
going to go all the way to midfield.
Yeah, we got an over and back.
And over and back the call.
Get back.
A minute 30 left for the Tigers to now operate. Down 4-3.
Double them. Exactly.
Triple team, timeout call.
Timeout. Nice
Good
timeout by coach.
A little touche. You do
40
it,
years of timeouts.
41 years at the helm. Glenn Foster knows all the little tricks. So we'll take a quick break here on the NSC. Come back with the final minute 24 of the first half. Whalers hold a slim 4-3 lead. First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carp. Welcome back to Vito Capizzo Stadium here. We're a minute 24 away from halftime. The Whalers have punched ahead behind a goal from Jake Johnson, the fourth different goal scorer for Nantucket, and they lead 4-3. For the Tigers, it's been Trevor Manning leading the way. He's got 2 goals, an incredibly athletic goal for that third score, and Vin Winter has scored a single tally for the Tigers. Honestly, the highlight reels that I saw, the Tigers didn't show a whole lot of defense. They're playing very solid on the defensive side of things. They've denied Aaron Hanlon. He has been shut down basically. A couple of shots on, one shot on goal, and he was denied another attempt here. But we'll see if the Whalers can make some adjustments here at halftime to get him some free space. And we will not have number 16 in the game as Kaiden Whitfield is on the sideline with a sling. So the Whalers lose a key defensive cog and a backup X-man. So it'll be maybe Daniel Bouchard, who we see right
play.
Here.
Great rip.
Finn Wright gets space and shows why he's the Cape Ann League's leading scorer with nearly 100 points on the season. He's
swims.
Gone over that here in the playoffs for the season. So
lefty swim.
Cannot give him that kind of
gets his hands free.
Doesn't matter if you've got a great goalie with that kind of a rocket at that point. So with a minute 3 to go, the Tigers tie it right back up. Finn Wright scores his first of the afternoon.
We got a game here, folks.
Cirillo able to gather.
Nice, smart play, smart play.
Miller able to scoop it
Watch
quick.
your back.
And again, Coach Aloisi calls that time. I can't take him with you, baby. Might as well go to it. We'll shoot it back over to Colby Lucas in the studio. Colby, again, Coach Aloisi calling another timeout here. What do the Whalers got to do here to score? They've got 51 seconds to operate.
Yeah, so far it's been a back and forth affair. Both teams kind of knocking on the doorstep, putting good shots on net, showing a lot of aggressiveness. I think the Whalers need to make a few adjustments, just also maintaining that aggressiveness offensively. And I think with that, I think they'll be in good shape. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the adjustments that Coach Aloisi will make at the half. I think we just need to keep up the aggressiveness both offensively and defensively, and we'll be in great shape. So, yeah.
Great stuff, Colby, as always.
52 seconds.
For a non-lacrosse player, you've just got such great insight on the game. Again, I think your basketball knowledge certainly comes into play because a lot of the athleticism and moves and even the calls on the offensive and defensive side of things are basically very parallel with the game of basketball.
Pick and roll.
Certainly more so on the girls' side of things. The physicality of the boys' game is the biggest difference that brings in that hockey mentality. But again, no surprises here. We knew this was going to be a very competitive game. The Ipswich Tigers team didn't travel 2.5 hours, 3.5 really, to go home empty-handed.
No, they show if you give them an inch and allow them to get their hands free, they're going to.
There are some talented scorers on that team.
Take a shot,
for sure.
Definitely. And this game it ultimately is going to be decided by who makes that one less mistake or who capitalizes on that mistake.
So let's see if Coach Gamble and Aloisi are able to dial something up here. Hanlon avoids one, but quickly gives it up. Moskrop behind the net. Swings it over, and here's Hanlon at the top of the zone, down to 30 seconds. Miller, Moskrop, circles back.
25. Here you go, White.
Down to 20 seconds to go. Good move by Hanlon. He is guarded well, however, most to the left side.
Triple team.
Swings
Somebody's
around
got to be
one.
open. We got 10 seconds.
Hanlon trying to find some space, unable to do
Not
so.
going to get anything off here. Come on.
Bodette inside to Moskrop,
Not going to get
undenied.
anything off. They did a great job there.
And
It's
a great job by the Ipswich Tigers as they will go into halftime tied up at 4. So Hammy, the guys played to a 4-4 tie. I mean, obviously they got to make some adjustments offensively and try and get Hanlon some room, but overall, defensively playing solid. Jeremy's come up with a couple of huge saves, but there's no surprise.
It's a tight matchup.
Tight
4-4. 4's playing 5. And
that's what you got to do, baby.
Whoever, and that's it. And that's, I mean, Ipswich just displayed great lacrosse, great defense there to shut that down, and Nantucket needs to get through that, honestly, if they're going to have one more goal or however many goals when the clock says 0-0.
Absolutely. So we'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV. We'll try and maybe get Colby Lucas down there to talk to one of the coaches here for halftime. We're tied at 4 in the MIAA Division 4 Elite 8 game. We'll be back with the second half right here on the NSC and NCTV.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Well, Coach Sharonzi, it's been a pretty back and forth affair here with this Ipswich Tigers team. You seem to, as a team, be showing a lot of offensive and defensive aggressiveness, getting good shots on goal, showing good physicality. What are you looking to continue on both the offensive and defensive side?
Yeah, we're trying to limit. I mean, they've had one settled 6-on-6 goal, and I said in the beginning, right, we don't want flags. We don't want them to get man-up goals or push transition, and that's been, the 3 out of their 4. So we just got to be more disciplined on defense, and offensively, we just got to work the ball around and try and get, our guy number 4 going, So
for sure.
That's our goal for the second half.
Seems like both teams have been making a lot of adjustments. What adjustments are you looking to come out after huddling up this second half and going into this one?
Yeah, we're kind of sticking to the same systems offensively and defensively. I think it's just executing what we're doing.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah, you got it.
Guys, back to you.
Great stuff from Colby Lucas on the field with the interview with one of the assistant coaches there for the Whalers as they are into the locker room. We've got about 6 minutes left here on the clock here. We'll take another quick break, but I do want to say that this will be our final home game broadcast no matter what happens today, no matter the outcome. And obviously it has been an incredible pleasure to cover the Whalers all season long. A couple of sort of surprises. Again, we didn't think we were going to get another Elite 8 trip from the girls, but man, they have
so awesome.
They were just amazing. And that Manchester-Essex game just turns into just one of those epic scenes that we were able to capture amongst many other.
that game is the greatest game I've ever seen on this field.
Yeah, there you go.
Hopefully,
that is a bold
maybe
statement right there.
This game's going to be a little better.
Absolutely. We got all the makings tied up
Seems
at
like
4.
It's tied.
Yeah, tied up at 4. And, of course, we've got, legends on both sides. Coach Aloisi with 12 years under his belt. Not quite to the 41 years of work that Coach Glenn Foster has for the Ipswich Tigers, but they've both kind of seen it all. Of course, Coach Aloisi trying to do what no other Whaler coach has done in lacrosse and repeat as state champions. They were able to finish the job last year, and the Cohasset Skippers await the winner of this one. Is anyone going to jump up and dethrone them, so to speak? They've been atop the number 1 seed for the whole season, basically.
Not having seen them, you want to say you have a chance, but I mean, if David could win the faceoff, if they get through today, if David could win the faceoff and they don't make any mistakes with the ball, it's possible. But it's all, and that was kind of the story the other day. Was they won the Cohasset won the faceoff, scored. Won the faceoff, scored. I want to get rid of the faceoff.
Well, they will have to deal with the Cohasset faceoff.
It will never happen.
Right. The Cohasset face-off, no matter what, and again, it doesn't matter who wins this game. They will both have to travel, and I think it's over at the Mass Maritime. Looks like Colby Lucas has got another player, an Ipswich Tiger player here down on the field. So we're going to send it back down to Colby Lucas, Sean Davis on the field here as they interview one of the Ipswich Tigers here on the NSC and NCTV. Take it away, Colby.
Well, guys, I'm here with one of the Ipswich Tigers coaches, Sam. Sam, you guys responded very well to Nantucket's offense, and you guys seemed to just score a goal for every goal they got. How are you looking to continue answering back and making adjustments when needed?
I think it's just all energy. I think both teams have talent, evenly matched. It's all just going to come down to who has more energy, sideline, defense flying around. Everyone's just got to pick it up.
Yeah, taking the trip over to Nantucket, what was the mindset going into this one?
We knew it was going to be a long day, long ride. We told all the boys to hydrate, no sleeping on the bus, we're not sleeping on the ferry. We stayed focused, we stayed locked in, and we stayed hyped the whole way here.
And are you keeping that same mindset going into the second half, and if there's anything different?
Of course. We've always been a second half team.
Yep.
I think, holding them to 4 goals in the first half, keeping it even is big. Second half team, we're going to come out flying, energy, we're going to win the game.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Guys, back to you.
Great stuff from Colby Lucas and JV coach Sam Pinsky. I believe there's a Pinsky on the current varsity roster, but Sam looked a little young to have a son on the squad. We'll have to see. Maybe he is his son. Either way, as always,
I love his brother's name, Massimo.
Got to be brother. Got to be brother, right? Maybe nephew. I don't know. Either way, we're happy to have the Ipswich guys and gals and families and fans joining us here from wherever they are joining us, and from YouTube, of course. And as you can hear, the Whalers are about to take the field here. You can see Sean Davis down there in the mix, as we'll see what Coach Aloisi and the crew have talked about and made some final adjustments.
24 minutes.
Couple minutes left here in halftime. We'll take one more quick break here on the NSC and NCTV and get reorganized for the second half. Great stuff here. 4-4 tie from Vito Capizzo Stadium. We got 24 minutes of great Division IV lacrosse coming right up here after the break. Johnson gets it! It's over! It's over! The Whalers win! The Whalers win!
Well, guys, the Whalers are looking to continue their offensive success here in the second half, continuing their aggressive play, and hopefully coming out with some major adjustments against this Ipswich Tigers team. The Ipswich Tigers have done a great job responding to the Whalers. Again, as I said earlier, it seems like every goal we get, they've gotten. So hopefully the Whalers can pick up the pace a bit, continue to play their game, and receive a trip to the Final Four. So.
Great job, Colby, and great job gathering a couple of coaches there at halftime. Colby Lucas, our Nantucket High School commentator, co-commentator here this afternoon. He is the master, a three-sport athlete as well, so great stuff from Colby Lucas. You'll see him on ESPN coming up here in about 3 years. Opening face-off of the second half is upon us, Whalers Nation. A trip to the Final Four with 24 minutes to go.
Nice back check. David, go.
As
Excellent
Cirillo
play,
able
David.
to get to it.
Nice,
He'll have to
David.
circle back and just tosses it to no one in particular. And again, good passing as Jacob Couture.
Yard sale. Nice way to finish up, Miles.
Oh, he loses it, however. Cirillo, Johnny on the spot to get to it. And he'll get it ahead to Bodette.
Down. Just slow this down.
Skip pass to Jake Johnson as the boys get going here. And Cirillo's holding that shoulder. Here's Hanlon up top. He rolls back, shoots from afar, goes well back. Whalers are there.
That was close. Great goalie hustle there by Ipswich.
Connor Wright jogs back into net.
I want to see Jake Grant. He's playing so well.
Opening moments of the second half.
Get him in position.
Bodette swings it.
Set up a little two-man game here.
Hanlon. Sprints to the outside. Slight advantage. Here's a pass inside. Shot. Save made. Jake Grant unable to get the net. And the Tigers will transition. Grant. Skip pass. Ball down. And hustling to it are the Whalers.
Great. No. Go to Aaron.
Bodette tripped. And that'll be a penalty down, so Whalers can take advantage here with a little and one if they can hang on to the possession. On the run, Canton Jenkinson quickly upfield.
Look at Tyler.
Open is Grant on the outside. Moskrop.
Get a good look here.
Again, multiple flags down on the field as the Whalers have the possession. They're looking for an and one here. Here's number 4. He's going to go to work against Spencer McDavitt. Around him, around another. Shot is deflected up into the air and bounces out of bounds. That'll stop the clock here with 9:23 to play. The stripes will come in front of us here and explain the penalty. Vin Wintner, the guilty party. 30 seconds as it'll be Aaron Hanlon to put it in on the man up. They've already scored once on the man up. Tigers have yet to lead in the game, as they have, as Colby said, responded to all of the Whalers' goals, but they have yet to take the lead here in the game. And nice to see Marco Lasciusa in on the power play unit. Here's a sneaky little spot here. Lasciusa nearly had it. Moskrop gets it over to Stringer. Hanlon. Here's Hanlon. Oh, hits the post.
Took a ball.
Oh, nearly put the Whalers up. It'll be Stringer to put it in. Hanlon.
Penalty's over.
Stringer rips it, blocked. Ouch. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. Number 33 rubbing his backside, Will Gromko there. That's going to be a ball mark for sure. 8:40 and counting here in the third. Whalers unable to capitalize on the power play. Jake Grant surveys. Swings it to Bodette. Extending out that defense, maybe looking for a crease to find somebody.
There for somebody to get open.
Little two-man game here. Bodette to Hanlon. Hanlon circles back. He'll fire quickly and hits the post again. Great hustle by number 77.
They've got to back up
Counter
that
right
shot.
the goaltender, and Ipswich
got to back up that shot.
Will gain possession here. Bouncing ball.
Jump him. There you go. Force him out. You got it. Nice play by Ipswich.
And good athletic play there by number 2, Louis Harrington. Another junior starter for Coach Glenn Foster and the Tigers. 7:45 and counting here in the third quarter. Winter, little hesitation, or Luke Weil, I should say. Got to keep an eye on number 1, Finn Wright. He's on the backside here. Looking to sneak in there. Ball down, but nothing happening. That's number 25, Trevor Manning. He's had himself a game already, a couple of goals. Here's that man, Finn Wright, circles. Good spin.
Great pressure.
Manning's going to cut through. And an errant pass will find its way to Finn Wright. Makes his way around one. Shot goes high. And Jeremy Jenkinson once again hustles back after the ball.
Same thing. Oh,
sails
come on.
awry and right away.
Go.
Hanlon gains the zone, but the Tigers were able to recover and stop the fast break. Whalers working it. Here's Hanlon. Moskrop behind the net. Whalers get the play called out. Little two-man game with Hanlon. Johnson unable to gain an advantage. Nearly a Ward. No call. 6 minutes to go here in the third. Still tied at 4. Neither team has scored here in the third quarter. Hanlon looking to make a move. Finally sprints. His shot. Score! Quick trigger from number 4, and he nets his first goal of the game to give the Whalers the lead once again.
Awesome. Here's the replay. Wow.
An explosive move from Aaron Hanlon.
Just gets by GLE and gets that stick extended. And,
beauty. Absolutely gorgeous from number 4, and much needed for the Whalers to at least get that lead back. Here's Cirillo.
That's a push
from behind without possession, no call.
And that's a
ball down.
And
Giannakakis able to get it for the Tigers as they look to once again respond to a Whalers 1-goal lead. Zane Norton, number 5, gets it over to Manning. Travis Wilson, number 4, his first venture onto the offensive unit for the Tigers. As Vin Winter looks for that guy, here he is. Finn Wright gives it up to Manning.
Defense.
Manning loses it.
That's exactly what we're looking for, defensive stop.
Whalers able to scoop. Soren Edwards.
Nice tough.
Out of bounds. Nearly close enough for
Need
Bodette.
A little more
but
touch on that pass.
Unable to get to it. Whalers got to recover.
Back.
Bouchard able to hustle back. As Luke Weil gets it in behind the net.
Watch 2-5. They've got one guy defending two people. Bouchard's got to stay a little closer. There you go.
Bouchard out on Manning. Again, he loses it, throws it down on the ground. But able to be recovered by Travis Wilson. Good quick scoop by the freshman. Finn Wright able to get to
rebound.
it. Good spin. Pass goes behind the net. Quick pass out, goes all the way through. Scoop by Luke Weil, and Ipswich has got the advantage here on the fast break, but Whalers able to recover. Clock under 4 minutes to go. Whalers with a 5-4 lead. Here's Manning with a good spin.
It's a little bit of a ward.
And a tough pass goes over the stick of Finn Wright. Out of bounds. Whalers force a turnover. Great job by the defense. Again, it's going to come down to situations, since that's a situation that the Whalers won.
But now the Whalers, what it comes down to is they need to capitalize on this.
Jenkinson looking.
It means nothing unless they capitalize.
Jenkinson to Jenkinson off the stick momentarily, but he will recover and spin it into the zone. In time behind the net, the pass goes as
great calm.
He will recover back into the defensive end.
Jake Grant catches that ball with.
Grant behind the net, surveys.
Cutter.
In front shot, Scott!
Outside the net.
Ah!
You got to shoot lefty there. Give yourself a bigger angle.
So good job again by the Ipswich Tigers. They answer the bell. Spins back.
This double, prevent them. 20 seconds. And they got it.
Oof, just barely got it over in that 20-second time frame. Here's Finn Wright, going to wait for the rest of his unit to come on. He swings it over to Pinsky. Again, thanks very much to the JV coach, Sam Pinsky, for joining us on the halftime chat. Here's Wright. Back over to Weil. Behind the net it goes. I believe that's Trevor Manning again. May not be. That's Pinsky there, number 9. Gives it up to Wright with the left, making a move.
Far out there.
He'll fire it from anywhere, though. Double teamed. Pass goes all the way through, and that was in the crease.
I don't know what that.
They give it to the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. Did he step out and step back in?
I don't know. Either way, with 2:09 to go here in the third, the Tigers get another opportunity.
Exactly. This is both teams giving each other opportunities.
Wright swings it. Weil. Looking to make a physical move. Spins. Pass is tipped.
Yes.
And scooped on the run.
Hands. I don't know what we got here. I wonder what he called.
Once again, the Tigers with another opportunity on a defensive infraction.
I wonder if it was some sort of hold or something like that.
And here's 25, Trevor Manning, who's got 2 goals on the game to lead the attack for the Tigers. Down to 1:34 here and counting in the third quarter. Whalers with a slim 5-4 lead. Tigers moving around the perimeter here. Ooh, nearly a shot coming off the stick, and that'll be a turnover.
Both
a little
teams.
justice, perhaps, there. As a couple
but it
of
just goes to show you, both teams are
great stops.
It's you want to see the slacks be played at a little higher level.
Yeah.
And both teams are
good spin by
giving each other opportunities.
And he just outruns the defense. Swings it.
Now what? Now what? It was 20 seconds?
Offsides on the Whalers.
Whalers.
Johnson forces the ball down. He gets pushed from behind, no call. The scrum continues, another player down.
Come on, exactly.
Whalers finally get a call.
Just
51 seconds to go. Whalers
keep your
have
head right now.
An opportunity to take a 2-goal lead. They got to execute on offense here. Noah Stringer finishes off the offensive set.
You don't got much time here. They need a goal.
Hanlon looking to do some work. Adjust the gloves. Gets it set up, down to 25 seconds to go.
They need to make some haste here.
Stringer.
And get a good shot.
Unable to get an advantage. He loses it. Hanlon able to scoop it, sort of. Down to 10 seconds to go. Bodette gets blasted. Gilman it. Hanlon scores with 2 seconds to go. Make it 1 second.
Talk about making haste.
Bodette finds Hanlon.
Oh my.
And Aaron Hanlon makes the Tigers pay.
Oh man.
Look at this great effort by Bodette. He gets blasted. You don't see that. He loses his balance and somehow finds Aaron Hanlon.
Boom. That is great vision by Miles Bodette. That is just
a special play by number 9, the senior.
That's what's going to win this game. If the Whalers are going to win, it's going to be plays like that.
0.9 on the clock as Hanlon beats the buzzer and gives the Whalers a 2-goal lead heading into the fourth quarter, I should say. Gentlemen, we have got ourselves a match here, 6-4. The Whalers will head to the fourth quarter. We'll take a break here in the NSC very quickly, but guys, does it get any better than this?
Gotta love competition.
I don't think so. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here in the NSC and NCTV. Whalers up 6-4.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Welcome back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. We're about to start the fourth quarter. Colby Lucas in the studio here. Got some Aaron Hanlon action for you. Looks like they made the adjustments you were talking about, Colby.
We talked about prior to the second half. The Whalers needed to make some adjustments, and they certainly did offensively and defensively. Offensively, they've been getting Hanlon involved very well. He's gotten 2 goals in this third quarter. He stepped up big time and really gotten himself involved. Defensively, they haven't let up a goal. They've been showing that aggressive nature, but also riding that fine line, avoiding penalties, and hopefully they keep it up in this fourth quarter.
Absolutely great stuff from Colby Lucas here, our Nantucket High School student commentator. And again, he hit all the points, baby. Hanlon got a couple of goals there in that third quarter, including a buzzer beater with 0.9 seconds to go.
12 minutes, people. 12 minutes. This is great stuff.
Find him for a small opening, and that's all it takes for number 4 to find the net. As Hammy said, he's psyched up. 12 minutes to go here. There'll be a face-off here. Cirillo in the area of the X.
Want these kids to play the
muddy and gross
best lacrosse of their lives in these next 12 minutes. That's it.
And again, 6 seniors on the Ipswich side, 9 seniors on the Whalers side of things. It'll be the final home game for the Whalers here. And hopefully not their final game.
Quick
Cirillo.
wrist. Great quick
Able
wrist.
to get to it,
Watch
takes
your back,
a hit.
watch your back. Now what? Now I
What's he
wonder-
supposed to do?
A moving pick? Do they call a moving pick? A moving.
So Ipswich will take
wonder what
over
was
with the
that. I
first
wonder-
possession of the fourth quarter.
I wonder what I missed it.
Zane Norton gives it back to Tanner Manning, number 8. Again, brother of Trevor Manning, who's got a couple of goals here today. A couple of sets of brothers, the Wright brothers, not only good at flying, also good at playing lacrosse. Norton gets it back. Little catch. Tanner Manning able to meander past. Gets a little, hey, how you doing from Cirillo.
This is,
here's Finn Wright. Powers through one. Tries to get the hands
all
free.
right out in front.
Intercepted.
Oh wow.
Canton Jenkinson with some absolute
Look at
thievery,
this,
and now
look at
a
this.
beauty of
Great
a pass.
grab.
Soren Edwards loses it on the sidelines, however.
Oh, but
that's
it's our
off.
ball.
That's off the Tigers. Whalers fortunate there. They got to get it in the zone here quickly, though, and are able to do so. 6-4, Whalers with the lead and possession.
Play smart. Put your thinking caps on and cherish this ball and finish every possession.
They work it around the perimeter, and here's Tyler Miller once again on the right side of the zone. He makes a move to the outside, gets around one. Here's Moskrop.
Whoa, we got
pass.
spelled.
Stringer takes it off the face mask of Connor Wright. As Jake Grant will
Whaler ball, come on.
hopefully run it down.
Still in. Nice,
nice
play
move.
by Ipswich. Look at this, finding, is he gonna get him? God,
Nick Yates takes a hit.
he's a solid
Paxton
body.
Fitch in the mix. And Whalers get the call. 9:55 to play. It'll be Tyler Miller to scoop and put it in play. Whalers up 6-4. Good pass to Canton Jenkinson, who gains the zone with the long pole. He'll set it back as Nolan Moskrop jogs behind the Tigers' cage. And Tyler Miller now finishes off the offensive set for Nantucket. Clock approaches 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Whalers with a 2-goal lead here in the Division IV Elite 8 game. A chance to move into another Final Four for the second straight year for the Whalers. Obviously, reigning Division IV. Oh, nice move by Stringer. Shot save made.
Got a little more mustard on that
One
ball.
more step maybe, yeah. Ball down.
That bounce shot that he did earlier.
Yep,
He
yep.
needed that right now.
Up ahead, and the Tigers will gain the zone. Finn Wright gets it back.
They're slowing it up. They've got a
here's
red light on.
Brothers Manning trade places. And number 21 finishes it off, Gavin Pulsifer. 6-4 Whalers with the lead. They have turned up the defense here in the second half. Soren Edwards annoying, a little brush to the head.
Be careful.
That's Luke Weil drawing some coverage
Great
here.
look.
Shot hits the post, or maybe the stick of Jeremy
Exactly, that was
Jenkinson.
a great shot.
Ball down, kicked out of bounds. Good
Nice
thought.
effort by Mr.
Good
Yates.
thought. Let's have a look-see where that actually ended up. Around the side.
They got the ball up top.
It hits the stick, it looks like. Manning makes a move around one.
Oh, we're
Flag
gonna
goes
get a man
down,
up.
and
We're gonna get a man up there. They could
finally the whistle with 8 minutes even on the clock. Penalty situation.
Now this is a very important possession for Ipswich and whoever.
A minute penalty as well.
Yeah, no, that was a right.
Paxton Fitch finds his way into the box for the second time here this afternoon.
There have been brushes on that face all day, and that one just got a little too much noise.
Yeah.
Gets made, and they know.
So Ipswich with an opportunity here, a minute locked in, I believe. Here's a shot, scores.
Gets one by, 6-5.
You just can't give Tanner or Finn Wright that kind of room. He will find the net no matter who's in
rocket.
goal. 7:46 to go. Whalers with a 6-5 lead, back down to 1, however. Again, nothing crazy here. You just see Finn Wright with some move, with a little bit of room, and Yates is too late to apply pressure, and this face-off becomes imperative, although the time not standing, so it'll be a single goal taking advantage of the power play here. Brings it back to within 1 here with 7:46 to play. Cirillo scoops it. And some good physicality, but the Tigers get it.
Great game of face-offs between this team.
Yeah.
This has been a battle.
As we thought it would be. So Finn Wright has asserted himself here as well. He's got 2 goals in the game to lead the Tiger attack. He and Trevor Manning each with 2, I should say. Aaron Hanlon has scored the 2 goals here in the second half for the Whalers. Cirillo gets picked. Here's Wright. He'll fire wide of the net.
That's a good play.
Little quick 2-man game. 7:06 to play. Whalers with a 1-goal lead, 6-5. Vin Winter gives it up. Harrington. Tough pass. Errant pass. And that'll be a push. Whalers ball. There was actually a hold. So let's see if the Whalers can clear here. Oh, Canton Jenkinson. Just a magician with that long pole, I'll tell you what. Moscow quickly inside.
So tough.
Oh, Connor Wright saves
Nolan
the
wants
day.
that back so bad.
Nearly a fast break opportunity for the Whalers. Clock under 6.5 here. Bodette with a little, hey, how you doing? Louis Harrington gives it up to Weil. He gets it back. Quickly inside. And backing it out is Winter.
Way to get
one
in his
goal.
hands. That's great pressure.
It's Weil. Weil, I should say. Physical play. Unable to get the hands free. Tough pass. Whalers unable to jump it. Skip pass goes over the head.
It's going to be ours. No, that grass is just
Weil
eats
able,
that ball.
And timeout called by Coach Foster with 5:34 to go. We're going to keep it here for this one. As we work our way closer to the end of the game here, the Tigers able to respond once again with a goal. They're going to need another one to tie it up here, but let's see if they can take advantage of the timeout. What do you think Coach Foster's drawing up here? Do you think he's got Finn Wright trying to get the ball?
Yeah, a little two-man game to get somebody else who's open off that pick and roll, just like they did earlier in that shot that they missed. But that was a great play. They had a man back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just find the best opportunity to get somebody's hands free, because they are, when they do, their shots are rockets.
Yeah, they've got some scores. Again, Harrington with 2, Finn Wright with 2 for the Tigers, and Vin Wintner, another junior. But Connor Wright saved the day there right at the goal mount. Got to think Noah Moskov's going to have that one in his dreams there. He'd love to have that one
You can't
back.
get everyone. It just goes to show you nobody's perfect.
Absolutely.
And, hopefully there's going to be another opportunity in Nolan to put in the back of the net in a little while.
Oh, I guarantee he will have another opportunity.
sure.
That's for sure. So we'll come back here with the, well, what do we got here? About 5.5 left here in the fourth quarter. A trip to the Final
rest of the
Four
year, baby.
on the line. It doesn't get much better than
1-0.
these. I know,
1-0, 5-minute
basically.
game.
For the Whalers, it's been Aaron Hanlon here in the second half, asserting himself. He's got 2 goals. And again, Noah Stringer, Miles Bodette, Jake Johnson, and Jake Grant, each with single tallies. We knew this was going to be a battle down to the last minute. We've got 5.5 left to go here. Whalers Nation, you got to love it here as we send it back to game action. The Tigers about to break their huddle here and put the ball in play. Whalers have been able to avoid penalties here so far. Just the single penalty here in the second half.
This has been the game of pushes.
Yeah.
You know, those 30-second technicals have just dominated this game.
And the Tigers were able to take advantage of that penalty, so it'll be Finn Wright to put it in for the Tigers. Again, thanks for joining us here from Vito Capizzo Stadium, Division IV Elite 8 game. The MIAA State Lacrosse Tournament. Here's a little pick and roll.
Yep,
oh,
there
quick
it is.
pass,
That's
actually,
it.
to Manning.
But the cover in his
Intercepted,
hands.
great anticipation by Cirillo. And he charges ahead.
Look at, I just love David's enthusiasm when he runs. It's like,
The head bob is key. Here's Hanlon.
Nice.
5 minutes to go. Whalers with a 1-goal lead.
Very, he's got that distinct running style. Very
Absolutely. He is an emotionally charged dude, and he runs as such. Moskrop surveys and sends it to the far side. He'll get it right back. Little 2-man with Bodette. Here's Hanlon outside the zone. He'll make a move, spin, and circles back to the right side. Gets his hands free, double down.
Can't run into that triple
Loses
coverage
it.
like that. Oh my God, are they gonna? There you go.
And the Whalers get it on the Ward or what's that
I don't
mean?
even know what it was.
Interference.
Yeah, maybe when Aaron was on the ground.
Yeah. There's Miller. Johnson sends it over to Moskrop. Over to Hanlon. Hanlon surveys, backs it out. Trevor Manning trying to guard him. He sprints ahead.
Gets it by. 4 minutes left. 7-5. Aaron Hanlon. Great individual effort.
They gave him the space, and he just worked
definitely.
over
Just
Manning.
Amazing.
Hop, and then explosion
Just
to
a
the
killer
open
crossover.
space.
Look at this. Just gets by. Nobody picks him up. That slide was just so late.
Cannot guard him
So tough.
one-on-one. Just cannot handle him. And he shows why as the junior scores his third of the second half here. They have made some adjustments to get him some free space for
Getting
sure.
this face-off is critical to both teams here.
3:57 to go. Cirillo kicks it ahead. Ahead again.
Exactly. No, they can't go out of the box. They can't go out of the box. Neither one of them. The possession hasn't been called. The referee, they can't. There's like.
Timeout called by Coach Aloisi. I don't know if they missed the call, but we got
they
possession.
totally missed the call. You're not. Nobody ever got possession.
We're going to take our final break of the
refs. I'm confused by that one.
That's okay. We'll try and get an explanation here as we'll take a
Don't
quick
worry
break
about
here
it.
in the NSC and
I'll take it.
NCTV.
It's our ball.
And come on back. The Whalers will have possession and a 2-goal lead with 3:40 to go here in the fourth. A trip to the Final Four on the line. First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for 3. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
Well, guys, the Whalers have done an excellent job in this half. They just seems like they have a great control of this game. They've won the possession battle. They've gotten great shots on net. And, of course, they've gotten their star player, Aaron Hanlon, involved. The defense has stepped up big. There's just been a lot of factors that have led to this Whalers lead. And they're looking to play some great lacrosse for 3 minutes and 40 seconds and earn a trip to the Final Four. Guys, back to you.
Great stuff, Colby. And as you mentioned, Aaron Hanlon scored 3 times here in the second half, including a buzzer beater before the end of the third quarter with 0.9 to go. He will put it in play here as the sun peeks through the clouds here once again on Vito Capizzo Stadium. An absolute fantastic crowd from both sides.
Critical
Here's
possession
room.
by both of these. Look at this.
Sprinters scores! Aaron Hanlon with his 4th goal of the game. Looked like the defense just let him run.
I just don't. I am.
They've been playing
flustered.
fantastic all game, but here in the
I just
fourth
can't believe they
quarter,
allowed him to do that again.
he's just got way too much space. This was the easiest goal the Whalers have scored all day.
That is huge.
8-5 now, a 3-goal lead with 3:33 to go here in the third. A lot of threes lining up for that one.
Needs this face-off if they're going to climb back into this game.
Which, of course, we don't want them to do.
No, exactly. But I just that last sequence of events.
Here's Cirillo.
Oh my God, David. Awesome.
On the
Look at
fast
this.
break,
Boom.
Moskop
Great
hits
save.
the post.
Yes, yellow.
Whalers will put
Coaches
it
are
in.
yelling out yellow. Just slow this game down.
Whalers will put it in from that far side again. It'll be Hanlon to put it in. He has exploded here in the second half, scoring 4 times, asserting himself, finding space. The Whalers have spread it around here. Now they can play a little keep away with the clock approaching 3 minutes to play. Off the stick. Quickly recovered. Nicely done by Jake Grant. Again, poise under the moment is what the Whalers have got to do.
Keep running, Jake.
That fine line of aggressive patience.
Totally.
Right? We've tried to say that, and there's no easy way because it's a.
Now, 2 minutes left. They've got to keep in the box. If they don't leave the box, if they leave the box, they'll blow the whistle.
Tick tock, tick tock. Forcing the Tigers to be aggressive, and that's when there's advantages. Moskop just jogging back and forth. They do not need to give it up here.
Oh, they got to keep it in the box.
Offsides.
They got to keep it in the box.
A mental mistake by the Whalers offensive unit. They didn't listen to you, Coach. And Miller gets run over. Tigers got to move in a hurry.
He's a weeble.
Low shot bounces over. They're backing it up, but 2:12 to 11 left on the clock. Whalers up 3 goals, 8-5. Quick pass in. Got to think Finn Wright's got to make something happen here if the Tigers are going to have a chance.
Stop right here, brother. Whalers is.
Pass goes
tough,
in off
tough
the stick.
pass. That is threading the needle there.
Oh, nice play
Here we
by
go.
Tyler Miller. Nick
Make a good
Yates on
pass.
the
Get
run.
it upfield. Get it upfield. Nice.
Nick Yates on the run.
Ben Yates. Smart
Actually,
play,
Ben
too.
Yates, excuse me.
Are we offsides? I wonder if
Flag
we're
is down,
offsides.
but they would stop it if it was against the
Yeah,
Whalers.
exactly.
So
I
here's
wonder what it
Hanlon
was.
with maybe an and one.
Maybe they got a little extracurricular activity on Ben.
A minute 30 to go, 90 seconds, and the Whalers can punch their ticket to the Final Four for the second year in a row. 8-5, the Whalers lead. Ball down.
Let them get it.
And that will stop the clock as the flag goes down.
Wow.
A minute 18 left on the
Wow.
clock.
God.
What a second half. They've outscored the Tigers 4-1 in the second half. It's been all Aaron Hanlon providing the offense.
Just that Tim Hardaway killer crossover dodge. What do we got here? 1 minute?
Looks like a 1 minute penalty.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of.
Number 9, guilty of the infraction. That's Massimo Pinsky. And I think it's Coach Aloisi calling timeout here with a minute 18. We'll keep it here as the excitement builds to a climax here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. The Whalers holding an 8-5 lead as It's looking good so far.
Yeah,
I mean, we
just
got a
watching
minute 18,
Aaron
got to
just
finish it here.
I don't want to say walk in those 2 times, but he just that initial burst, and they had nobody to pick him up. You've got to slide if you wanted to stay in this game, and just knowing that he's the best, offensive ball handler on the team, it just is very surprising to me.
Situational recognition by the Ipswich Tigers defense faulted.
You feel for Ipswich for making such a big mistake.
I don't feel for them, but you can.
But they, they're a
No,
great
of course,
team.
yeah,
Also, too, it's just great. They played great lacrosse up to that point. Just having Aaron just blowing
very
by.
surprising. Very
It's
surprising.
just really, really surprising. But in saying that, Aaron he's so talented that he made that happen.
And
It's
again,
his dodge, he's so talented.
He's got one of those guys. The tank is never empty, and he's
keeps
shown why here.
rolling.
46 minutes and 42 seconds of great lacrosse, but it only takes a fraction of a second for a
boom.
guy like an Aaron Hanlon to get loose, and he has gotten loose here in the
Get his
second
hands
half.
free.
And he has scored 4 times to lead the Whalers to a 3-goal lead here as we get back to live action. The Whalers
do
about
it.
to break their huddle.
90 seconds.
Not even
4
a minute,
teams
18.
left. 2 games.
It's the first one to 5.
Only 4 teams will be playing after today.
The number
2
1
games.
seeded Cohasset Skippers await the winner, and as it stands right now, the Whalers are a minute 18 away from punching their ticket to the second straight Final Four appearance.
And this is, they're man
Stay
down.
with us as we will have the presentation no matter who wins of the Final Four banner.
If they pressure this ball, they're going to open themselves up to another goal. Oh, they are. They don't even. The goalie's pulled.
They pulled the goalie. Empty net here now as the Whalers can hold on to it.
We got a ward?
They call the ward. Oh, come on, guys. Got to let them play a little bit here. So the gamble works as Connor Wright, not in net, forces a turnover here, but the time is now becoming a factor. Punched out of bounds! Whalers force a turnover. 55 seconds on the clock.
This is great stuff. The Whaler student body making their voice heard.
A Gilman-type
Look at
pass
this. Look at nice
finds
grab by Jake.
Johnson. The Whalers
And
can
they're-
hold on to
they're
it here
basically
for the
conceding.
final.
They're keeping the goalie in the goal.
Jake Grant, a little
Keep it in the
swim
box.
move
Keep it in
as
the box.
he keeps sprinting around. Down to 30 seconds,
Oh my
Whalers
God.
Nation. Final 4 bound are your Nantucket Whalers. 8-5 the lead. Down to 20 seconds.
What a year of growth for these boys.
Hanlon just makes mincemeat of a couple of defenders. The final 10 seconds.
Running off the clock. Just send this ball up in the air. Send it up in the air.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
That's it.
1.
Up in the air.
Final
Hey,
4
run to your
bound.
goalie,
The
people.
Whalers shut out the
Oh my
Tigers in the
God.
second half.
Wow.
Time to celebrate, Nantucket. You're going back to the Final Four for the second year in a row. Enjoy it, Whalers Nation. It doesn't get any better than this. Your reigning Division IV state champions are headed to the Final Four once again. Retooled, rebooted, whatever you want to call it. We're back in it. Final Four bound once again. Jeremy Jenkinson stands tall, allows just 1 goal in the second half. As you see a couple of former champions right here in front of us.
Great stuff.
Great stuff.
Oh my.
Very well refereed. Gentlemen,
Definitely,
thank you very
100%.
much.
Referees
Great
did an
game
amazing
called. I mean,
job.
it was as even as you could be. A great game from 2 great programs. Storied program in Ipswich. Glenn Foster, 41 years at the helm, over 350 wins. But the Whalers outduel them today and prevail 8-5. We'll take a quick break here. We'll just keep it here. We'll just keep it here. What the heck? We're going to get Colby Lucas down on the field.
The growth that every single player on this team has shown this year is just none of them, for the most part, Jake Grant never started. The Yates brothers.
On one team, 3 on the other. 2 minutes for one, 2:30 on the other. Little manipulation, but
Having a little conversation on
with the
live camera
referees.
here with the referees. tallying up the penalties. I mean, that's as even as it's going to get. 4 penalties on one, 3 penalties on the other. And obviously we got Sean Davis and Colby Lucas down on the field. They're going to get the presentation of the Final Four banner as your Nantucket Whalers defend the ship here at Vito Capizzo Stadium and will go to their second consecutive Final Four. The trophy is in hand. They didn't touch it last year. They didn't touch the trophy, so we'll see if they touch this one.
Don't touch it.
They
don't want to touch it.
The touch. I gotta love that. Not done yet. Just a great shot here.
Stuff. Wow.
Whalers Nation, enjoy it. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, you think about Soren Edwards, the Yates brothers. Jake Grant, Jake Johnson.
Miles Bodette transferring
back in from off island. Noah, just all these players. Paxton Finch, Daniel Bouchard, all these kids, the growth that they have shown over this season has been so great to see.
We have been witness to history once again, the second straight year, a Final Four berth for the boys lacrosse team.
Andrick, you know, the mature, it's like all these players, losing, an entirely retooled defense.
Yeah,
I mean it's hard.
The offensive Hanlon's the only guy.
There was so many seniors though.
Yeah.
Who were part of that team last year. That this is the big. I mean, those seniors played all the time. They played as juniors, they played as sophomores. They were all that.
We're going to take it down to Corey, to Coach Corey Gamble with Colby Lucas and Sean Davis on the field. Colby, take it over whenever you get a chance.
Well, guys, I'm here with Coach Corey Gamble. Corey, it was back and forth there in the first half. It seemed like every goal you guys got, they would strike right back with the goal of their own. But in the second half, it was all you guys. What adjustments did you make going at halftime?
Wasn't not bad. Our defense was doing its job.
Right.
If you look in the first half, it was two broken plays, and then 1 man down play. So that's where they're getting their offense from, and then 1 mistake on defense. We knew our defense was working. What we had to do was eliminate the mistakes. We still had 1 penalty in the second half, which cost us 1 goal. But bottom line is we had to play the defense that we started. So that actually wasn't the adjustments. It was making sure that we were playing safe transition defense, if that makes any sense. And then offense, honestly, we in the first half, we kept trying to go through the middle too often. We realized it wasn't working. We dodged the edges. Once we dodged the edges, it opened everything up.
Seemed like Aaron Hanlon wasn't quite having the same start he usually does offensively, but in the second half, you guys got him really involved, scored 4 goals.
That's him, that's not us. That's I think I don't know what was going on in the first half. They were on him. I think he forced a few things too early. That's him, but he's, what do they say, big time players?
For sure.
Make big time plays in big time games, and that's what he did.
All right.
He took us and put us on his back.
Against a tough Cohasset team next game, what's the mindset going into another Final Four for you guys?
We're good. We lost them pretty early in the season, but it was the worst game of the season by far. It's kind of a mental advantage for us because we know they're going to underlook us. We adjusted our defense, put a new defense in about 2.5 weeks ago, which you can see is making all the difference. And that defense is built to play against Cohasset. That was the design of the defense when we put it in 2.5, 3 weeks ago was for Cohasset. We were planning for it, so we're good.
All right, thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah.
Guys, back to you.
Yeah.
Great stuff from Colby Lucas. Thanks very much to
Coach
Corey
Appreciate
Gamble.
it, Coach.
Obviously, the Cohasset skippers await, but man, we've got a few moments here to enjoy this one. Dominant performance again. They were able to get Hanlon free. He scored 4 times in the second half, including that buzzer beater. Great individual effort from Miles Bodette to find him the ball. Again, it comes down to your dude's got to be a dude in this type of moment. Finn Wright, just 2 goals. Aaron Hanlon, 4.
Yeah.
So the dudes were, our dude was a little bit better than their dude, as far as their best score.
But they let our dude be that
Absolutely.
dude. Because,
Absolutely.
that's just, you have to slide to him.
A couple of mental breakdowns.
Know where he is at all times.
On the defensive side of things for the Tigers, and that's all it took. Again, there's not that many possessions to make it up, like in basketball.
It was such an evenly balanced game, too. They're back and forth and back and forth. And as the referee said earlier, equal amount of penalties on both sides.
Absolutely.
And it was the game with the call, the push. It was the 30-second technical for the most part.
So Final tallies here. We've got 4 goals from Aaron Hanlon. Noah Stringer, a single tally. Bodette, a single goal. Jake Johnson, a single goal. Jake Grant with a single goal. Finn Wright for the Tigers had 2, along with Trevor Manning, both of those in the first half. Vin Winter, a single tally for the 5 goals. Obviously, this game will now go to Cohasset. The Whalers will go off island, and well, we're going to have to pack our bags as well. Find out when this is.
Go off island. Take the show on the road again.
Face the number 1 team.
Oh God, back to Cohasset.
They already faced Cohasset earlier in the year, but as you heard Coach Gamble, worst game of the season. They had a couple guys out as well, so we're going to head back down to Travis Lombardi hanging out with Colby Lucas, and take it over, Colby. Let's see what Travis has got for us. Where are we playing the game?
Well, guys, I'm here with Athletic Director Travis Lombardi. In his hands is the Division IV MIAA Tournament Champion Trophy from 2024. What does it mean to present that trophy to the guys?
This is obviously the 2nd year in a row. That crew inside that field house, coaching staff, players, I mean, they put in the time. The effort is there every single day. So from an athletic director standpoint, I couldn't be more proud of these guys.
Yep. And how excited are you guys to see this team once again in the Final Four, facing a tough Cohasset team, but back in the Final Four nonetheless?
It's great. It's just a testament to their hard work and dedication they put in. I couldn't be more proud of these guys, and it's a little rematch from a couple weeks ago, but hey, why not us?
All right, thank you so much, Travis.
You got it.
Guys, back to you.
Appreciate
it, Travis. Yes, sir.
Great stuff from Colby Lucas, as always, and Travis Lombardi. He's got to make a couple of calls here and a couple of emails probably to figure out when the game is played. I believe
we're not going back to Cohasset.
It said that it was in
field.
Mass Maritime
that's
Academy,
exciting.
so that's on
semi-close.
That's on the MIAA website, so we'll see if that's actually where things transpire, and whenever that game is going to be, we're going to have a crew to get going here. I have cleared my schedule, sort of, as my wife cringes. So does your boss.
That's it. Oh,
that's all right. This is, it only happens once in a blue moon, except when you're a Whaler. It happens 2 years in a row, baby. But great stuff here from Colby Lucas. Let's take one more quick break, Charles, if we could, and then I'll gather up some information. As obviously, this is our final home game here from Vito Capizzo Stadium.
Oh, we're going to miss this booth so much.
I know. Are we? What are we going to? Are we going to? Anyways,
100%.
We'll finish off a couple of thank yous to our entire crew here, and send us along here as we get to celebrate a Whalers win in the Elite 8, 8-5, the final. We'll be right back with our final thoughts here in the NSC and NCTV. Unless we want to get a player. First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for 3. Got it! Huge shot from Cup. Want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we wrap up our home season here for the spring sports. Great stuff here. I do want to take a moment here and thank our incredible supporters from the Nantucket businesses here and Whalers Nation for their support. Our first ever Snap Raise fundraiser to just fund sports here was very successful. Obviously, that is Whalers Nation, the fans and families. Got to thank the athletic department and Nantucket High School in general for their logistical help and getting us the information and rosters and all sorts of stuff when needed. All the behind-the-scenes stuff that goes in to get everyone on those fields, the gyms, the diamonds, the pools, the courts, and even on the water. Our entire crew at NCTV, especially a couple of students here. Our first graduating senior, Olivia Nascimento. Bigger and better things are coming your way, my dear, for sure, but thank you very much. She's off to Stonehill College in the fall. Congratulations on graduating. You got your piece of paper, and we can't wait to keep an eye on where you are headed and all the things you get to do, but she was an unbelievable camera operator through over a year and a half of great stuff from us, and just an amazing eye for the camera. Rain, wind, or snow never stopped her from bringing you, Whalers Nation, all the live action as it happened, and absolute joy to work with. Can't wait to write her a letter of recommendation for whatever she needs. Again, our other students involved here, Colby Lucas, of course, will be joining us for one more. I got a hunch he's going to travel with us to the Final Four game for sure. He's been absolutely a true professional. I don't know how else to describe it. He's just taken on this role of, talking about sports as if he was born to do it. And I know he will be on to bigger and better things, but we're just getting you tuned up here, my friend. Don't you worry. Of course, Weston Scott joined us this year on the camera, Adriana Graham, Brock Beamish, and a few others I'm sure I'm missing. But thanks to all of you students for kind of believing in what we're doing here and offering you as a student an opportunity to do something maybe you don't get an opportunity to do anywhere else. And, of course, we'll fortunately have a few of those kids here around next year. Sean Davis, man, I can't even tell you how much we thank you. Of course, this would not even be possible. We would not be sitting here right now if it weren't for Sean Davis believing in what we had going on here 4+ years ago, some odd time ago, and he just said yes. Little did he know what he was taking on here. This thing is taking off, and obviously he's got all sorts of doodads able to get down on the field and make this thing look incredibly professional. His knowledge of the equipment and ability to teach others that equipment, unmatched, and we look forward to hanging out with him a little bit more. Obviously just an invaluable cog, and it was just, I had no idea that this was going on like that as well. Charles Douglas, man, you are the unsung hero of the sports here at NCTV. You just take on everything and anything, and nothing phases you. It's just he juggles 4 jobs at the station, navigates our silly schedules all over the place, and does all that with an acute expertise that makes everything seem on purpose, with thought out, and again, a challenge that just has never become too big for him. None of this again would happen without you, Charles. So thank you very much to your dedication to what we do, and we'll try and make you proud every time we step in front of this camera. My guy, Sir Hammy Hurd. Cannot tell you how much of a joy it is to hang out with you. Your passion for this game of lacrosse, your passion for these students. You have seen them grow from wee littles to now champions, and now possibly repeat champions. We certainly enjoy your banter, your expertise in the game of lacrosse, your passion for this game. It is unmatched, certainly, by anyone behind the mic or in front of the mic. It doesn't matter. It's just an absolute pleasure. And again, you are one of the few people that I can honestly say it's just a joy to be around you every second. We're lucky enough to hang out. So thank you for your dedication to this game. Again, great job going off island and bringing it back to Cohasset.
I got to get in here. Everybody's got to thank this guy here. This guy is the man. He started this whole thing. He had the vision. He and Sean started this, and this has been so much fun. And I feel so blessed that you asked me to do this. And you are, as I said the other day, you are my better half.
Timing is everything, my friend, and we got time for one more game, I believe. We're going to head off island here, figure out when and where this is going to be, but the Whalers move along here today again. Many thanks to all of you, Whalers Nation, for joining us and watching as, once again, the Whalers move on to their second straight Final Four. That just got a nice ring.
That's just huge.
The defending state champions here in Division 4 move along to the Final Four. Whalers Nation, you get to celebrate all weekend. Have a great one. Whalers win 8-5. We'll see you off island next on the NSC and NCTV.
See you in America.